Emma ayo eberaneme. Enege eberaneme. Ekbisi di Yoruba komite eberaneme ge. Ekbisi di tukemi yo dollar wudum. Yo kotola berinibo. Ipeki di ekboma miedi. Ratige mira wode na na berinibo we ame we abuan.
Oh, my name is Ojike Amakri Wekulum. Ojike. The full meaning of that name is Ojiri Keneme, which means by strength shall no man prevail. That is what I think is in the book of 1 Samuel 2, verse 9. Growing up in my community, the Agrarian community where I grew up, a community in Abua, it was the responsibility of everybody to see you grow up. Some contributed just kerosene into your lamp as you are going for evening program. Some contributed money, some contributed food. So you see that you feel as if you are indebted to the community, not to the community, because everybody put hands in your years of growing up. And so you are praying that you should be someone to come back and give back to the society, to come and give back to the community, to come and give back to the people who have helped you in your life. So that essentially was what shaped my perspective, the way I look at issues, the way I look at life. I was praying to be a blessing to the people who contributed to my growth. The community where we grew up, it became everybody's responsibility to ensure that you don't fail them. They made sure that you don't derail. They made sure that as a student or as a pupil in the school, you do not portray negative attitudes.
It is said in Africa that it takes a village to raise a child. Because there is no social safety net, it is a collective responsibility for every individual to join hands in the upbringing of a child. You not only become everybody's child, but you also become everyone's concern.
Abua was a typical agrarian society, community. So our parents, most of them were farmers. And during farming period, it was like a festival. Some of them went to the farm with all that is good for everybody. So everyone looked forward to that period to go to the farm. In our own place, we are in a peninsula. Ottawa is a peninsula that projects into the Sombrero River. So we go to farm at the other side of the river. So you need to go through a boat, a canoe, dugout canoe, to go to the other side of the river.
Abua is a kingdom that was part of the eastern region out of the 3 regions we had in Nigeria before the war. We had the northern region, the eastern region, and the western region. Recently, when states were created, Abua became part of Rivers State. Abua is made up of 4 clans: the Ogbabuan, which is also known as Central Abua; the Ottawa clan, which is where this documentary was filmed; Okbeden, and Emuran. These are the 4 clans that make up Abua. Abua has a lot of economic activities, but all of these activities are centered around agro-industries and tourism.
We have some hotels at the central Abua. At the center again, we have Anyeji Market, which is the trade center where people from all over the world, they come to Abua to trade every 4 days. They bring different farm produce, vegetables, cocoyam, yam, plantain, and all kinds of food items from the hinterlands. They bring it to that center. So that market, Ayeji Market, is a trade center. The community is developing restaurants where you can do what is called point and kill. That is, you go and you indicate the type of fish you want to eat. They take it raw, kill it, and prepare it in the way you want. One other major industry in Abua is called Abua First 11. Abua First 11, or Kai Kai, was called by the colonial authorities. They called it illicit gin. So it's one of the common things that the Abua people use to entertain visitors. The kind of food that they prepare, no other part of the world has been able to imitate the way Abua prepare cassava and call it apitaka. Cassava is processed, cooked, and all the starch is fermented. Then they process it and it looks like rice. You use pepper, salt, and roast fish to eat that. No other community, no other place has been able to copy that recipe. Things like gari, loi loi, and other kinds of food are all over the country. We cannot own it up that is an Abua recipe, but these ones are uniquely and specially prepared by the Abua people. So all those are things that are very unique to the people of Abua.
Go look the bush, I go.
Go
People they tell us say no they do anything. Make it do, go show them. Say no, so they walk. Walk.
Edika. There's complexity in the Abua language. Our language influences thought, and our thoughts influence our way of life. Our language is our culture.
In Abua, they can ask you Edika, say, how are you? When they say Ekarbe Edika, they want to know in more detailed form how you are doing. Ekar Edika, how are you really doing? Ekar Edika, how are you really doing? Abua people used to gather in meetings, in various fora. In those gatherings, to indicate your oratorical skills, your level of erudite. They bring in idioms, bring in parables. The parables are of palm oil, like Chino Achebe will say, are of palm oil with which words are eaten. Equale quistumum. There's no difference between palm oil and palm fruit. Is there? There's no difference. So if palm fruit falls into palm oil, there's nothing wrong. That is the essentially. So there are things we do, and somebody say, there's nothing there. After all, palm fruit fell into palm oil. There's nothing has spoiled. So it's a short way of saying no problem. You must say everything with a smile. Whatever you want to say, however grievous it is, to convey your message, you must say it with a smile. So you see what happened, you see. So then at that point, everybody's temper has come down before you release the news.
Abua rosereganena monamasi renumobulan quikumura marerbo rosepile rosereganena.
What do you know? Can I make a able get dum dimmer? Cake, near good music, and you keep ye. Oh, Mwasi de pay. Then I'm a big meeting. Then I make a very big. You see, can I make a able get dum dimmer? Could men get a piano? Can put bebo? Nanagan. Had this a lona.
We cannot assess ourselves. We look at the society to assess us, the extent to which we have touched lives. You pray in life that you should be blessed to be a blessing to the people who were so supportive of your growth. Because on my own, I cannot judge myself. I cannot say that I did well. But it is left to the people I impacted on to give the judgment. We moved to America in 2003. By 2000, the level of education in Nigeria has fallen to an irredeemable level. So the public schools that we attended could no longer grow or train dependable children. So when I saw the opportunity of coming to America, I did not hesitate. I moved with my entire family to come here in 2003 because my achievement here, my success here, will be judged by the achievements of my children, and to assess my success here is to assess how successful they have been. So that is why I am here, because of the children. Love means giving. Love means not seeing anything wrong. Love means correction and acceptance. Love means being blind to certain things. If you are too critical, you cannot love. So you give. Love is in giving. God so loved the world that he gave. He gave his all. He gave his only begotten son. So that is the way I see love, giving. When everybody around me is happy, the blood flows, the spirit flows. Because the people around me are the people who generate happiness in me, the people around me. So most things I do, most jokes I crack, is to put joy in the hearts of men.
This is a mural of my grandfather, Amakiri Wikulum, painted almost a century ago. It is important to hold on to our history Because without history, there's no home.
We have some mundane attachment to the community we grew. We learned how to process palm fruit to palm oil. We learned how to cook the various recipes. They still cook, some people still cook with firewood. And our people believe that food cooked with firewood is sweeter than the one cooked with a stove or any of the gas cooker. So the taste of food that you get in the city might not be the same with what you got at home. We learned how to throw net, we learned how to spread hook, we learned how to do those basic things that we got informally. The activities, the experience over time that we had in Abua, my primary school mates are all from Abua. The siblings that surrounded you, going for festivals, going to fishing. I did fishing a lot. All of these give you a nostalgic attachment, a feeling of something that you are missing. So those are the things that make us have some reflections of the home, even if we are far away. That is essentially what Abua is.
Awe do more odiginomiyar, poka awe. Asin ayor, eman ibomar, kuyo kotwa paranan we do yororo. Ile di torobe bisidi yoroge, yoro waganeten, dikebile sige yor, ebule mi epema.